Hello everyone, Charles Moon here with Prosper Trading Academy, bringing you a simple commentary today, and this is actually going to involve the cannabis sector that I actively, participate in. Um, it's pretty consistent with at least the belief that I had on what the outcome was going to be today and possibly tomorrow. I actually write a continual article for the National Marijuana News website, which is the leading provider of all information regarding cannabis stocks, cannabis names, such and so forth, in both the U.S. and in Canada. And so I wrote that specifically. Don't be surprised if we see a retraction in these names. And I guess it's pretty consistent on how this plays out. The prior week or two, we've seen these cannabis names catch a bid, meaning we've seen them start rallying back. You could see here in Kronos, we actually were able to take advantage of the upside momentum here on a swing buy. And I aggressively have moved my stop up here because most notably, I expected some risk off today. And I'm a part of a few, Facebook trading groups and stock Twitch trading groups where we have a lot of people either blindly saying it could only go up when the vote passed, or really kind of just panicking, freaking out as to why these stocks are going down. And it's pretty simple. It's risk off. If you've ever heard of the terminology, the move has been baked in, or the news has been baked in, or priced in, what it meant is that that previous run up here, and if I can move it back here, it was anticipation of the actual, legalized vote or the legalization vote for recreational use in Canada to go through. They've already anticipated that. People that are trying to buy after the fact are either going to be buying in way too late, in my opinion, if we start rallying, or if it starts pulling back, they're going to be unsure as to where to buy. And so this is kind of me at least alerting you that if you try or have tried to buy into, it doesn't matter if it's cannabis, but into any stock name on the news and you end up getting washed out, that's the reason why. It's because that news has been baked in, and what you got caught up in is buying at the highs as the bigger money traders or the large segment of traders are looking to take profits off the table, aka risk off. And so I just want people to be aware, to be very vigilant of that risk off move. And this is where a lot of the patience and discipline does come into play. If you haven't been in it already, you have to be patient enough to let this pull back and get into the price point that you want without getting absolutely run over. And then, of course, the next effect is that you have to be disciplined enough that if the stocks do open up, let's say 25% higher, you're not going to sit here and chase and end up buying the absolute peak and then getting caught up in the washout after the fact. So, to me, when this situation arises, and it will at some point in time, it may not happen tomorrow, but it'll definitely happen if you're consistently looking at the overall markets, the actual move will always, at least in some venues, right? It could be a 5% bump, it could be a 20% bump. It will usually precede the news, and unless the news is an absolute surprise to Wall Street and there's a huge amount of momentum behind it, it's not surprising that we happen to see risk off pullbacks. So you just have to kind of plan and account for it. And a lot of people don't ever put this into their consideration, especially a lot of the retail traders that I've been reading and talking with here over the last few days in these, stock groups. I mean, some of these stock groups I'm involved with have, tens of thousands of people in them. And so you could get a pretty clear gauge of sentiment based on comments and posts that are being placed in. So, it's just something for you to keep in mind as you move forward. It doesn't matter whether it's, information regarding Amazon or if it's small caps regarding AXON. Can there be a carry-through effect? Of course. That's where momentum comes into play. But if that momentum has happened 2 weeks prior and you're trying to get into the after effect, the waning effect, so to speak, you could get yourself into a lot of trouble. That's where I find a lot of, I don't want to say amateur, but uninformed retail traders getting themselves caught up in. So, I always tell our clients, you got profit, look to protect it. You got, open risk, look to reduce it. As traders, our job is capital preservation and, of course, yield. And these simple mechanics, along with experience, really do play a part. All we do here at Prosper Trading Academy is try to really help teach people the learning curves that we had to go through, both the good and the bad, and really, educate people based on our experience and trying to reduce or shorten or absolutely kill out their learning curve as much as possible, because it could be a very, very, very expensive lesson for you to learn without this information. And it's why people do come to us, because they know they need the help. And that's what we are here to provide on a daily basis, from the open to the close, before and after, always and forever, guys and gals. So just keep that in mind. We'll see how the vote turns out today, and then we'll see what the after effect of the sector will be. I still believe there's going to be great upside here. Before Canada even goes fully rec, it'll be about another 13, 14 weeks. So we could see, a lot of that euphoric trading, that excitement die out. And then I would suspect anywhere from 6 to 2 weeks prior to full-on rec legalization, stores being flooded and opened, and the actual true nature of monetary sales coming through. That's when we could see another lift or another peak coming into play. So before I finish this video, ladies and gentlemen, just want to mention that stock and stock options trading involves a substantial degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Make sure you follow us here at Prosper Trading Academy on Facebook. Click on that like button, click on that notification button. Same with on Twitter at Prosper Trading. You can find me on Twitter also, CMOON Trader. And we would love to, offer up our daily insights and provide information for free whenever possible. Take care and have a great one, ladies and gentlemen.